I hope you are hungry because, well, you know how we do things around here. Let there be food. Well, the Big Eat is so popular. The event tonight is sold out, but there are still ways for all of us to support local restaurants and bring them into the spotlight. With me, it's Katie Laser from the Big Eat and Chef Sheila Lucero from Big Red F Restaurant Group. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
I love what you've brought. Well, you already knew that Coco loves food, so we are good to go. So, Katie, I'll start with you. You must be so excited for tonight's event. Tell me all about the Big Eat.
We're so excited. It's been 3 whole years because of COVID that we've gone without a Big Eat. So this is our comeback, and we're excited to celebrate all of our locally owned restaurants in the Denver area. It's hosted by Eat Denver, a local nonprofit independent restaurant association that has about 300 members in the Denver region, and we focus on community building within the industry, education, advocacy, and marketing for those restaurants.
That is incredible. Just yesterday, one of my friends was like, do you guys have good restaurants in Denver? I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm about to hang up on you right now. Absolutely. Now, this is also a big deal for you guys because as an organization, you want to help a lot of these restaurants. Tell me about the organization as a whole.
Absolutely, and we've been around for about 14 years, and we exist to support and strengthen the independent restaurant community here, really level the playing field for those small independent restaurants and the chain restaurants. And, you know, we work with folks like Sheila with Big Red F Company, Big Red F Restaurant Group, and really just share resources peer-to-peer, help there be a community for restaurant owners and chefs and managers outside of their 4 walls. You know, they've been through the ringer the last few years especially, so we're doing all we can to help support them through this and keep as many open as we can.
You bring up a good point. That was a struggle as we were going through the pandemic. Well, Chef Sheila, I'm so happy you're here with us this morning. I want you to tell us all about what, one, you've brought, but also the Big Red F Group.
Yeah, so our restaurant group has 4 different brands. Jack's Fish House is one of those. We have 6 Jack's Fish House restaurants. We have 7 Post Chicken and Beer. We have West End Tavern in Boulder and Centro Mexican in Boulder as well. And today at the Big Eat, Jack's and the Post will both be there serving food.
That's incredible. I love Jack's, so we're good on that end. But why do you think events like the Big Eat are important for you guys?
Well, I think for us, our restaurant community has been so strong and been such a great asset to all of us for years and years. And we've had a couple of rough years. And I think we're all looking forward to getting back together and supporting a great group like Eat Denver that has supported us through thick and thin. And so it's just going to be great to get everybody out there to celebrate all that we do. Yeah,
good food. And you're absolutely right. I've always heard, even before the pandemic, restaurant is a tough industry. So kudos to the Big Red F Group for sticking around and getting through that. And now let's get to the food. What have you brought, and what restaurant is this from?
So I brought some oysters from Jack's. We will be serving oysters tonight at the Big Eat. We brought our house oyster. It's called the Emerson oyster, which is grown for us in Virginia. And tonight we're going to be shucking them and grilling them, actually. But I brought some raw oysters, and these are our workhorse oysters. They're our favorites. We serve them for happy hour. We do all kinds of different variations with them, but they're wonderful.
They look incredible, and they're already sitting on ice. They are ready to go, and a little bit later on, we're going to learn all about oysters because they can be a little bit tricky. So, yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later on in the show. So, Katie, let's talk about Eat Denver because you host other events throughout the year. And as you tell me of all the stuff coming up, let's get to the drinks.
Let's get to it.
Yes.
About Eat Denver first. So if you haven't gotten tickets for the Big Eat, we're sold out, but please sign up on our email list online so that you get information when we launch tickets for Harvest Week in October.
Okay.
It's an incredible pop-up dinner series at Ironton Distilling, and then you'll get the heads up when we launch tickets for the Big Eat next year.
So
please stay in touch and follow along with the event hashtag and with Eat Denver's social media tonight, and you'll get to see a little teaser. And then about the drinks, let's get into it.
Okay, so what have you brought?
So we'll have 15 different bars at the event tonight, and we just brought a couple teasers to get us ready. So what I'm going to pour for you is this local company based in Denver called Tico. They have this line of fizzy teas, and this one is the pineapple lemon myrtle.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to open that up, and I'm so sorry, but we're going to have to get through this quickly. So let's get through the drinks because this is a big part of the Big Eat, and I love that you highlight so many of the local businesses here. All right, let's give this a try.
And then for Sheila, I'm pouring the Dominguez sour from the Mimosa Sour from New Belgium.
This is so good. I knew I'd like this. Is so good. It's super fresh. It's light. And it's fruity, so that is definitely a good one. Well, we're not done with you guys yet. We're going to bring you back a little bit later on in the show, and we're going to get into those oysters. All right, well, the Big Eat is sold out tonight, but you can do your part to support local restaurants and chefs by visiting eatdenver.com, so make sure you do that. Welcome back, everyone. Well, earlier we met Chef Sheila Lucero from Big Red F Restaurant Group, and she was kind enough to stick around and share some of her seafood know-how before she heads over to the Big Eat event tonight. So thank you, Chef, for staying with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, well, I first want to know more about the Big Red F Group. It's made up of 4 restaurants. Tell me about those.
Yeah, so we have 15 total restaurants, 4 restaurant brands. We have 6 Jack's Fish House restaurants. 7 Post and Chicken Beer, and then we have West End Tavern and Centro Mexican in Boulder.
All right, you've got everything covered. All those sound fantastic. Well, you're participating in the Big Eat tonight. And just so you guys know how popular this event is, it's sold out. But we wanted to give our viewers a taste of what you'll be serving.
Yeah, so tonight Jack's is going to be serving oysters. We're going to have a big grill out there. We're going to be offering raw oysters and grilled oysters, a couple different varieties of cooked oysters. We have a really great kind of New Orleans style char grilled oyster that's got a little bit of garlic and Grana Padano cheese and cayenne pepper, and then we also have a miso butter grilled oyster that's really great. It's got a lot of ginger flavors, a little bit of lime in there. It's delicious.
Oh boy, you know your stuff, Chef. Why is the Big Eat and events like that so important, especially to your restaurant group?
Well, I think we've definitely had a drought on events. We haven't been able to do them for a few years, and the Big Eat has always been a really great one to get our restaurant community together. Eat Denver's been such a huge advocate for restaurants, and it's been a long time since we've been able to get together and celebrate restaurants and each other and great food and drinks.
Absolutely. I'm sure everyone is so excited. Now, let's talk seafood because this is something you love. And I'll say this much. It's tricky. It can be tricky, but if you got that craft down, it is amazing. So this is something that you've mastered. Talk to me about, one, your love for seafood and what you've brought today.
Oh yeah, we love oysters at Jack's. That's a big part of what we do. And you know, I don't want to give away all the secrets because we still want you to come to Jack's. But
that's right.
I can definitely. I know that it can be intimidating. Oysters look intimidating, and to get into them and shuck them properly can be kind of a challenge for people. So we can kind of walk through how to do that.
Show us how you prepare oysters. And these are raw oysters, by the way, and they're rich in zinc and all kinds of vitamins. I actually did not have a problem with oysters, and then pregnancy happened, and there you go. They just, for some reason, but I'm willing to check this out.
Awesome. Okay, well, so the first thing, you know, you want to look, when you go and when you're shopping for oysters, you want to make sure that they are nice and heavy. That means that there's just still a lot of liquor in there. The oysters are very healthy. They are alive, so if they've popped open, you probably do not want to eat those. That means that they have died, and
that's good advice.
That is,
okay,
yes.
So weigh the oyster.
They need to be a little bit weighted.
And it has to be sealed, like they cannot be open in any way.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm a lefty, so I tend to do things, all things backwards.
That's okay, as long as you get it done right.
We can walk through this.
All right, this is the tricky part.
Yeah, so I like to go at, there's definitely 100 ways to do this, but I like to go at it at the hinge here. There's a little spot for your oyster knife to fit in there. And I like to use a towel just to kind of protect my hand in case you do slip. It can happen. And you don't need to use brute force or anything like that. You just kind of find that sweet spot, and you can see the shell kind of lift up there. And there's, it's attached to the top of the shell, so you kind of want to slide your knife across the top and take it off of the top shell. It's got, and then it's attached on the bottom shell as well, so you want to run your knife underneath and do the same thing.
Okay,
And
so
then
you
you
just
flip
kind of
it
get
over.
it loose in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw the up, down
And then-
technique.
and sometimes they'll give you a little bit of trouble, but you don't want to force it because that's when you can get hurt.
Yes.
I'll do another one real quick. So
It looks easy, but I'm sure I'd have some trouble with
takes a little
this.
bit of practice.
Okay, and some of them are probably more difficult, as you said.
for sure, there's some that are that'll give you a little bit of a fight, which is fine
Okay.
too. But this is opened up nice, and then we're just
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
that's
slide
another
the
good
knife
one.
across the bottom here and pull it off the shell.
Okay.
And if there's a little bit of shell in there, you just kind
You
of want
take
to pull
that
that
out?
out. Yeah, you
Okay.
don't want to eat that, and it might cut you. So then we'll just take it off the bottom again, and then we're going to flip it. We like to flip it just for presentation. You don't have to flip it, but
You don't have to, but that is a good-looking oyster right there. I would actually try that. And what do you put once you have that, or what is your recommendation?
good question. I don't think there's a wrong way to eat these.
Okay.
I like them as is with a little squeeze of lemon, but some people really love cocktail sauce. We have hot sauce.
yeah.
Mignonette is very traditional, which is a vinegar-based sauce. It's really nice with oysters, but there's no wrong way.
No wrong way to eat those oysters. Well, thank you so much, Chef Sheila. Great advice, by the way. I'm going to take that next time I'm shopping. Well, the Big Eat is sold out tonight, but you can do your part and support local restaurants and chefs like Sheila Lucero by visiting eatdenver.com.